Hello dear students, welcome to accountancy class. I am K. Ganesh Rao, lecturer in accountancy. I am going to explain today's topic, the bills of exchange. Bills of exchange. Seller selling his goods on the basis of cash, also on the basis of credit. Credit is the lifeblood of business. That is why he is selling his goods on the basis of credit. Take example. Seller and here buyer. Suppose on 1/1/2020, seller sells his goods on the basis of credit to the buyer, say rupees 10,000 on credit. After receiving the goods from the seller, the buyer is giving promise, I will pay your amount after 3 months. This 3 months period is called credit term. After receiving the promise from the buyer, for evidence of promise, the seller is preparing one document. That document is called draft. Draft is prepared by whom? Draft is prepared by the seller. Here rupees 10,000, date 1/1/2020. Here name of the city is recorded, Vijayanagaram. Three months after the date, pay to me or my order sum of rupees 10,000 only for the value received. Signed by the whom? Signed by the seller. Sending to whom? Sending to buyer. To the buyer, Vijayawada. Here rupees 10,000 and it must be stamped as per Stamp Act. It is stamped and this is called draft. The draft is sent by the whom? Sending by the seller to the buyer for the purpose of acceptance. After receiving the draft from the seller, the buyer is referring all the details, and if he satisfies, then the buyer is what? Buyer is accepting the document by writing the word accepted and signed by the whom? Signed by the buyer. It becomes what? It becomes bill. On the same day, the buyer is what? Buyer is sending the bill to the whom? To the seller. Seller kept this bill up to due date and on due date the seller is presenting the bill to the buyer for the purpose of receipt of money. Due date falls on how many months? Due date is also known as maturity date. Maturity date falls on 3 months. Calculating from 1/1/2020, calculating 3 months. January to February, February to March, March to April. 1st April 2020 is the due date of the bill, but whereas in case of time bill, what is time bill? Time bill is a bill, it is payable after a fixed period. After a stipulated period, it is payable. That bill is called time bill. In case of time bill, 3 grace of days are added. 3 days of grace are added. 3 days are added. It becomes what? It becomes 4th. It becomes 4th April 2020. This is the due date of the bill. On that bill, the seller is presenting the bill to whom? Presenting the bill to the buyer, collecting the money. If he collects the money, it is called honor of the bill. If the seller is failed to collect the money from the buyer, it is called dishonor of the bill. If the due date falls on what? If the due date of the bill falls on the public holiday, then presiding day will be treated as due date of the bill. Say example, 15th August. 15th August is the public holiday. If the due date falls on what? Suppose if the due date falls on 15th August, then amount is receivable from the buyer on 14th August, that is previous day, is taken into consideration in case of what? In case of public holiday. Whereas in case of unexpected holiday, sudden holiday, suppose sudden holiday declared on August 20, a sudden unexpected holiday, emergency holiday declared by the government, then the due date of the bill is taken on August 21st, next day. We are taken into consideration next day. Whereas in case of public holiday, we are taken into consideration the previous day as due date of the bill. Now, this 3 months is called credit term. Credit term is also known as term of the bill. Term of the bill, also known as tenure. Tenure of the bill. From the point of what? From the point of buyer, the bill is payable. Payable bill for whom? Payable bill for the buyer. From the point of what? From the point of seller, it is a receivable bill. So, bills receivable for whom? Bills receivable for seller, and bills payable for whom? Bills payable for the buyer. Bills payable is a liability for whom? Liability for the buyer up to settlement, and up to settlement, bills receivable is a asset for whom? Asset for the seller. Parties of what? Parties of bills of exchange. Now, what is parties of bills of exchange? 3 parties are there. Number 1 is what? Number 1 is drawer of the bill. Number 2, drawee of the bill. Number 3, payee of the bill. Payee. 3 parties are there. Drawer, the person who draws the bill, that person is called drawer. In this example, seller is what? Seller is preparing the document. After preparing the document, it is sending to the buyer for acceptance, and after acceptance, it becomes the bill, and he is the holder of the bill, and is also the maker of the bill, and the person who draws the bill that person is called a drawer. Whereas in this example, seller is what? Seller is preparing, seller is making the document. So he is called drawer of the bill because he is drawing the document. So drawer, here seller is a drawer of the bill. On whom the bill is drawn, that person is called drawee. Drawee. Here the drawee. Drawee is also called as acceptor. Acceptor of the bill. The seller is drawer, also known as maker, also known as holder of the bill. And on due date, who is receiving? The seller is receiving the payment from the buyer. So on due date, the seller is going to receive the money. So seller is called payee of the bill. Payee is a person who receives the payment on due date. On due date, who is receiving in this example? The seller is receiving the payment from where? From the buyer. So he is called as payee of the bill in this example. That is, in case of what? In case of plain bill, in case of retained bill, that is, what is retained bill? What is plain bill? Where the bill is not sold to others, where the bill is not transferred to others, such type of bill is called a retained bill. That too, also, where the bill is not sent to bank for collection bill, that is also termed as retained bill, that is plain bill. In case of plain bill, the seller is acting as a dual role, acting as what? Acting as a drawer, also acting as a payee of the bill. So dual role. Whereas in case of what? Whereas in case of if the bill is sold to others before the due date of the bill, the seller, if his seller is in need of money, the seller can be sold the bill to whom? To the others, to the bank. Before the due date, is it possible to collect the money from the buyer? It is not possible to collect the money from the buyer. So, before the due date, if he needs money, then he can sell the document to whom? Document to the others, to the banker. Because this bills of exchange is a negotiable instrument. It can be transferred to other, it can be sold to other. That is why seller, if in need of money, seller can sold to whom? Sold to others, that is to the banker for receiving amount. So, in the month of what? In the month of March 4th, the seller is in need of money. It is not possible to get the money from the buyer. So seller is decided to sell the bill to whom? To the banker. Against 10,000, 9,900 amount may be received. 100 rupees is recovered by whom? Recovered by the banker in respect of what? In respect of discount charges. So what is discount? Discount is nothing but interest calculated from 4th March to 4th April. 1 month interest is calculated, and that interest amount is advancedly collected by whom? Collected by the banker, because banker is granting the amount 9,900 rupees to the whom? To the seller by recovering. Means from this 10,000, out of 10,000, how much recovering? 100 rupees recovering in the form of interest, and remaining 9,900 will be given to whom? To the seller. And on due date, not present, who is the holder of the bill? Banker is a holder of the bill. Now on due date, the buyer is paying rupees how much? Total 10,000 amount to whom? To the banker. This 10,000, 9,900, 10,000 minus 10,900, 100 rupees is income for whom? Income for the banker. That is in the form of discount. So in this means in this sale of bill, example. Then how many parties created? 3 parties are created. Number 1 is what? Number 1 is seller. Number 2 is buyer. Number 3 is what? Number 3 is banker. Now, drawer. Number 1. How many parties are there? 3 parties are there. Drawer and pay. Now, seller draws a bill. So, seller is called drawer. Drawer of the bill, seller. And on whom the bill is drawn, that is on buyer. Buyer is called drawee. On due date, who is receiving the money? He already sold. Seller is already sold to banker the bill. On due date, the bank is what? Bank is collecting. So bank is called payee of the what? Payee of the bill. So how many parties are there? 3 parties are there. Number 1 is drawer, drawee and pay. In another example, in case of what? In case of endorsement of the bill also, how many parties are created? 3 parties are created. Before due date, suppose another example, before due date, the seller, if the seller transfer the bill rights in favor of third party, so Mr. X, then on due date, Mr. X is receiving what? Receiving the money from where? Collecting the money from the buyer. So X is called payee of the bill. Seller is drawer, buyer is drawee. Mr. X is called payee because before the due date, the seller is already transferred the bill rights in favor of his creditor. Then in this case, what is creating? Another party is creating, that is payee is creating separately. So how many parties are there in this example? In case of what? In case of endorsement of the bill. What is endorsement of the bill? Where the bill is transferred to third party. So how many parties are created? 3 parties are created. Number 1 is drawer, drawee and payee. Okay. Thank you, my dear students.